Bitcoin is starting to approach its all-time high again. You're probably wondering if you should buy or sell. So here's a really cool trick to know when to buy or sell. Because seriously, it is really simple. All you gotta do is look at the FOMO index, which is a fear and greed index. You want to sell when you're towards 100 or in the dark green. Now when it's actually over 90, it turns blue, but we rarely ever hit that zone. And when you do, you're probably near the top of the market. But when you are at a 71 or in the green, it's also a good time to say, hey, maybe we should take some profits off the table. When it's in fear, this is usually a good time to dollar cost average. And when it's in extreme greed, which would be in the red and he would have a very mad face, that's usually when you want to buy. Now, traders are going to be like, no, the fear and greed index sucks, and they're going to shit on it. But that is just because most traders out there, guys, are trying to sell you some course. More than likely, their charts look like this, and they tell you somehow they're a professional, even though they still live with their mother or in a basic 2-bedroom apartment. And straight up, all they're selling you is brostrology. This is an astrology chart. It looks exactly the same as their charts on their trading view. So if someone's trying to tell you that the fear and greed index doesn't work, and they're trying to push you a $100 course, just remember that. So I have the proof that the Fear and Greed Index tool works really, really well. On FOMO.io, we built a historical model. Now you can click on whatever time frame you like, but when you click on max, you'll notice every time that Bitcoin's below the 20 mark, it coincides with generally a bottom in the market. The blue line's the price of Bitcoin. The red lines are extreme fear. So when you're below 25 or in extreme fear, that usually coexists with a big drawback in the market. And vice versa. When it's very blue, when it's bright blue, the brightest color you can get, it usually coincides with the top of a market. And notice what happens if you were to buy in the red and sell in the blue. Buy in the red, sell in the blue. Oh, you'd be in profit because of the Fear and Greed Index tool. Now this Fear and Greed Index tool is different from the rest because you have a 24-hour, 4-hour, 1-hour, and 15 minutes. So it's going to have a different feature on every single time scale. On the 24-hour, you can see that we have a 32 fear. This is because yesterday we just crashed at 59,000 people. People were scared. And if you were using this tool, here's the trick. Yesterday you could have clicked on the 4-hour. It would have been an extreme greed. Today, however, after pumping now from $59,000 all the way back up to 63K, we've entered the greed category. In fact, it hit extreme greed earlier today. Do you know what happened when it hit extreme greed? If you click on the 15-minute time frame right now, you would know that we're in the fear zone. That's because we hit extreme greed at $63,400. And now after the last 2 hours or so, or the last hour, we have drawn back, which is why we have the 15-minute time frame. And now you can see that people are starting to be scared because we hit extreme greed. We're now going to enter that fear zone. Now, of course, that doesn't mean just jump in, but this is an emotional indicator. What this tells us now is that on the 15-minute time frame, markets are starting to finally cool off. However, on the 4-hour, we're still in a greed zone. So while the daily might say, hey, we're in a 32 fear, you may have already missed the dip. We may have already bounced pretty significantly, like we saw today, a 6% pullback. That's why on the same website, FOMO.io, I built 5 really important indicators for you. If you grab the top of the screen to swipe, you're going to get the liquidation heat map, which shows that we're more than likely going to approach this range here down at $61,632. There's a lot of volume there. And the most simple liquidation map, which is this is very simple. If the red side is higher than green side, it is bearish. If the green side's higher than the red side, it is bullish. On the 7-day, while we might be hovering between 2 ranges, we can actually pinpoint this. Let's go to the daily. You can now see that it is way more bearish than it is bullish on the daily. The red side's way higher than the green. If you want to know what all those indicators mean, I can explain those in another video. Or you can join our free trading group here on Telegram, where I go live and use these tools every day and explain them to you. Last month, we turned 3K into almost 70K, and now this month, we're doing a $1,000 to $10,000 challenge, so make sure you join that. But it's really that simple. If you're trading on the daily, you can use these indicators to maybe get better positions. But historically, when you buy in the red and sell in the green, you're generally doing pretty well in the crypto market. Well, I look at the market pumping crazy today when we came out to $63,000. Thanks to FOMO, personally, I'm going to be looking to enter the market back when we enter the fear category on the daily. That's for spot buys, but maybe you're a trader and you're trading swing trades on the 4-hour time frame. I would be personally waiting again for the 71 to come back down a little bit to more of a lower time frame, a fear category or a 50, right? We're going to see some consolidation. Or maybe you're a degenerate scalp trader and you're looking at the 15-minute time frame looking just to bounce and get a quick little buck. Either way, these tools are less than $10 here on FOMO. Links in my bio for you, and the Telegram chat is completely for free. So we'll see you in there.